Okay, so folks, good morning and welcome to Impact 2.0. Impact 2.0 is where programming the internet meets bacon salt. My name is Steve Fulling, CEO of Kynetx, and joining me on the front is Phil Winley. Phil, would you stand? Phil is the CTO, and Phil and I are the founders of Kynetx. So the theme for Impact 2.0 is the revolution continues. This revolution, guys, is about the individual. The individual is the new group. Indeed, the days of Sony, companies like Sony being the rock star, are over. The new rock star, Holden Page. Holden, stand up. It's all about you, Holden. Holden is a student from Minnesota who came to Utah to learn about this revolution, and we're proud to have him. So thank you. 6 months ago, I stood before you at Fall Impact and announced our developer program. And today, I'm pleased to report that we have over 600 developers. Thank you very much. A round to everybody. Woo! And over 1,000 apps that have been produced on the Kynetx platform. We are creating an entirely new breed of internet experience. As a matter of fact, the internet's best days are ahead of us. By reaching and touching the individual and allowing the individual to do things that you couldn't otherwise do. This is all what we refer to as the client-side revolution. So what can you expect from Impact 2.0? What you're going to see is an entirely new programming paradigm. Mr. Phil Winley over there, who is probably coding right about now, has been very busy the last 6 months. And he's had a couple of brain farts, and he's actually produced running code from those. And I'm proud to report he's actually going to show you some of that running code today. I refer to Phil as our happy scientist because he has all the attributes of a mad scientist, but he's not mad. So we call him our happy scientist. Yeah, I've seen that too. So, in addition to this new programming paradigm, besides this morning's breakfast, you're going to experience some great food. I have it on order from Phil and Kristen that we actually have some wonderful food coming. You're going to hear from some incredible speakers, world-class speakers in the internet space. And probably one of the most important things is that Kynetx is going to continue to move forward the mobile barista industry in Utah. The line was a little long. I did get mine, but this is Utah, and getting coffee is sometimes can be a challenge. But we are moving forward that banner, and I'm proud to report we're continuing the trend. So let's talk just a second about what I mean when I say programming the internet. Imagine walking into a Borders bookstore and having your smartphone notify you that the book you placed on your Amazon wish list is available and on sale 30 feet from you. That is context automation across multiple devices and protocols. That's programming the internet. The future internet has the individual at center stage. Context gives this individual meaning, tying together what otherwise appear as disparate events. So if you think about placing that book on your Amazon wish list and walking into a Borders bookstore, without the context of that setting, these are two disparate events. So context ties those events together. Context is everything. Gartner actually listed their predictions for 2010, and one of the things they noted is that context on mobile by 2015 is going to be as influential as searches to the web. And the reason for that is because mobile is the individual. Mobile is Holden Page, right? Mobile is where you touch that individual. So context in those platforms and context across any device that touches the internet is going to be crucial going forward. A company that just bought the Burton Group. How's that? By the way, this is Craig Burton up here. We call him Lord Craig Burton. There's actually a canopy to that chair that would warm my heart if we pulled it over, but it may embarrass him. There we go. That's the Lord Craig Burton we know. So, for you developers out there, imagine, right, this concept of programming the internet where you are mashing up this context that I'm referring to, content, state, right? So whether you're walking into a Borders, whether you're putting someone on a wish list, and data, mashing that up across any device, any platform, anywhere. That's programming the internet. That's what the future has in store for all of us. And that's what we're leading at Kynetx. So that's one of 6 significant announcements that we're going to be discussing over the next 2 days. A quick run through of some of the others are the Kynetx App Marketplace. We are releasing the App Marketplace, which will allow our developers to list and sell their apps. And it actually works. Doesn't it, Mike Farmer? Okay, Farmer, stand up. He's the guy that wrote this thing. And Grace. Where's Grace? There he is. Sunshine. He's up there taking pictures up in the nosebleed section. We're going to announce and actually release an API into our rules engine so that developers can write their own development interface, integration, or integrate that into an existing IDE. We're going to be releasing a new app builder, which is the front end to the rules engine that has been rewritten based on that API. We're going to be releasing a number of KRL data integrations that Mr. Mark Horstmeyer over there. Mark, stand up. I know they know you do it anyway. He won't do it. So let me tell you the cool thing about Horsty. These data integrations, think Twitter API, access through OAuth, Amazon e-commerce API, Google's GData, and Microsoft's Open Data integrated. So Horsty over here, Phil kind of challenged him, I think, 2 weeks ago to integrate OData into the platform, and he did it. And not only that, but he actually built kind of an interesting app that he's going to show you a little bit later based on that data integration. So, Horsty, we love you, even though you won't give me a hug. He's afraid. We're releasing events and dialoguing, which are the core components in the engine that Phil has created that enables this content and context layer to program the internet. And then the last thing we're going to be announcing is a distribution partnership with Azigo. Paul Trevethik, stand up. Paul's the CEO of Azigo. He's the happy scientist over there. This distribution partnership will allow the distribution of Kynetx apps to millions of people. Paul's going to talk a little bit later about that. So, folks, I hope this gives you a reason to show you or gives you some context of why I'm so excited about Impact 2.0. But right now, I'm standing in between you and some of the most visionary, influential thought leaders in the internet space, including Mr. John Udell, Steve Gilmore, Phil Windley, Craig Burton, and Steve Spencer.